this day only. Let's dive right in, my friend, and I'll come join you.
Okay, great, yeah. This is that time of year. It's a winter, right? The snow is falling on the power lines. We have the flickering of the lights. That's when you get the surge of power into your house. So we're talking about surge protection, right? You're getting a 2-pack of surge protectors with the rapid charging USB ports built right in. Individually packaged, they're perfect for a stocking stuffer because out of the package, they're very small and compact, but give you the power that you've always needed. So each one of these individually boxed has 3 of your 3-prong grounded outlets along with 2 of your rapid charging USB ports. And then do you see how there's a docking station at the very top for your cell phone? It can be for your cell phone, for your tablet, you name it. But the silhouette is so popular because it just plugs right into your wall. It matches your everyday outlet. The examples in this video are real life examples. We're talking from plugging in the coffee machine in the kitchen, or maybe where you charge your phone as well, to the bathroom, to the side table, to the nightstand. It gives you that clean and organized way to get more plugs exactly where you need it. Nothing on the floor, no cords to manage, nothing like that. Not taking up any counter space. And then that docking station on top, Michelle. But
I love this idea of not fighting over the outlets either. And imagine this as a gift for someone to put in the office or in the dorm. Anybody who needs maybe extra outlets in the bathroom, in the kitchen, any room in the house. It's such a practical, smart idea. And I cannot believe, so this is only for the next, not even 24 hours now, it's like 23 hours, to get 2 of these for $29.99. That's insane. That's $15 each. With the free shipping, and the flex pay is $6. So do yourself a favor, keep one, gift the other. Yeah. And give people practical gifts this year that they'll use just constantly.
Well, we buy a lot of electronics these days.
Yeah.
Even the hairdryer that you just bought, right?
That's right.
Anything that plugs in, from hair dryers to fans, they're all digital with a computer chip on the inside these days. That's why they should automatically be plugged into a surge protector each and every time. If you don't, you're taking a risk because inside of these things, whether it's this one or any other surge protector, there's a little power bank, okay? Even on the inside of things like this, little power strips, and they take a hit every single time. They just keep taking the hits every time the lights flicker, and it fills up. That's why you need this. There's even an indicator light there when it's plugged in to tell you that it's surge protected. Wow, so you're never guessing. Do you know why we put that on there? Because surge protection runs out. It expires after 5 years after you start using it. So take a look at the back of your devices. It'll tell you what year it was manufactured. Oh my gosh. If you started using it that same year it was manufactured, you only have 5 years, and then you got to get a new one. It's like a mattress or a toothbrush or anything. And even some, if you happen to live in a lot of like Florida, especially Tampa residents should buy them every 2 to 3 years because of the amount of lightning strikes we have. You can Google it in your area and see what's recommended by the government for surge protectors, but I don't want anybody to be confused on what it's for. It's not just for charging. They are real outlets that can hold 1,875 watts, which is a really impressive, and those USB ports are 2.1 rapid charging USB ports. The little bricks that you're using are just 1 amp. Most likely you can look at yours. All you're gonna do, instead of plugging it in there, you can do that, absolutely, but take your little USB port and just plug that cord directly into ours. First off, a lot cleaner, right? Instead of using these big chunky bricks. But I got a faster charge because that's 2.1.
I love too, because a lot of electronics now don't even come with that cube thing. So now you gotta go search and steal it from the other thing. With this, it's so easy. You can just plug it right into it, and you get the rapid charging. You get to charge 5 devices plugged in and protected with 1 outlet. And we're doing the 2-pack. Now, we brought in a couple thousand of these just for today. So we had my presentation, I believe a presentation maybe with Alice and Adam, and that's it. That's your one chance today to be able to get both of these home for $6 and with free shipping. And it's such a smart idea with all of the electronics that we use. And you're right, even just to protect like the laptops and the iPads and the expensive investments we've made, to have that surge protection as well is really important.
Yeah,
you know?
Marlo Smith and Debbie Dimon have both said they've lost a hairdryer to a lightning strike and the surge coming into their house. They've told these stories live on the air. And it's funny that I'm working with a surge protector on a day that we have a Today Special of a hairdryer, right? Because our hosts have great stories about even the little things. Maybe it's not that $3,000 television, but it would really sort of hurt to lose a hair dryer as well. Can I show you the installation though? Because I think this is why this type of silhouette is so popular, because it's not really that much different looking, right? Like there's how your outlet looks on your wall, and if you put this into it, which is all you're gonna do is plug one 3-prong outlet into that, and I didn't compromise the plug below it either.
I love that.
I can still use that second plug, but I just gained 2 extra, because I would have had 1 already, right? So I gained 2 extras plus 2 USB ports. That's like triple the plugs I would have had prior, and it doesn't take up any counter space. There's no, like if I plugged in a power strip, well then I'm plugging in the cord, this is hanging around and it's ugly and gets dirty and I have to sweep and mop the floor, right?
Yeah.
This hangs on really sturdy to your outlet there, and then whenever I have a phone, I just put a little battery symbol there so you can see it, get the idea of charging. I could rest my phone or my tablet or anything on the top. It's called the docking shelf. 2 or 3 devices could fit there just depending on how thick your phone is or your tablet. But what I know is that when you start to use our USB plugs instead of these little bricks, you're gonna be super surprised because you may think your phone is slow and it just charges. It's not your phone. Your phone's probably charged very fast, especially if you bought them in the last few years. When you take the cord and you start to use fast charging, rapid charging, your phone can handle it, and you stop using these little cheap bricks that don't come included anymore, you're gonna notice an improvement in speed right at the very beginning, and then the benefit of surge protection as opposed to things like this, because if you look at the back of this power strip, it was manufactured in 1995. Surge protection's no good after 5 years. It still powers the devices. It still works for the electricity, but it doesn't work for surge protection anymore. So if you're watching tonight might be that cue, that little hint that it might be good for a new power strip.
Yeah, I love this idea too of not having to unplug things to plug in the other things. Like we had this outlet forever by the couch that made us crazy because the couch had to plug in, the lamp had to plug in, I had a little candle warmer, we're usually trying to charge a phone, but you're constantly having to pick and choose which thing you get to use at which time. And when you have something like this, it makes it so much easier to have multiple, you get 5 different things you can plug in with just one outlet without having to move the couch, trace the cord to see which one is what, which one do we want to give up tonight, you know? And then I like how clean it looks, to your point, because it goes right into the outlet. Everything's up and off the counter. If you don't want to have all these extra cords all over the place, it's just cleaner, it's more practical. And if you've got it behind the bed or behind a piece of furniture, to be able to just plug it in one time and get everything plugged in, everything protected, and not have to think about it again, to me, totally worth it. This is such a good value today to get the 2-pack at this price.
It's super discreet. I mean, it is thin.
It is.
If I put it in front of my face, I mean, these things are super slim, and that little docking station on top is great, but just take a look at how thin they are. So if it has to go behind a desk or behind a side table or behind your headboard, it's not like it's sticking out 5 feet from the wall and you're really impeding on your space there.
Right.
No, to get both of these, we keep saying 5, but you're getting a 2-pack, so it's really turning 2 outlets into 10 because you get 6 of the 3-prong outlets and 4 of your rapid charging USB ports. It's very discreet. It's that white and gray. It's gonna match any decor, but here's what I know. If you have gamers, nieces, nephews, grandkids, you don't even have to really harp on that it's a surge protector. Just say, hey, start plugging things into this, right? It's like when you buy, something for your grandparents and you don't want to tell them because you don't want them to bend over anymore, right? You're like, this is like for that teacher, that secretary, that office worker, the kid, anybody who has a cell phone, a tablet, anything that's electronic, this is that first gift, okay? So can I have one of the package ones actually?
Sure.
Because think about this for a second. You make them open this first. My mom always had them numbered, right? She's like, that's number 1, open that first one. And you open this one first, and this is just one out of the 2 that you're getting. And they go like, oh, thank you so much, that's so nice, I could really use that. And then they open that second or that third gift, that may be a little more than 15 bucks, like it might be that computer or that printer or that hair dryer, right? And then they go, oh, I get it now. You want me to use this with that expensive gift because it's like buying insurance, right? So let's just say for 15 bucks piece, if Michelle and I stood here and said, surge protection for 5 years for 15 bucks, it changes our mindset on why we buy things like this because I never thought, if you had asked me 5 years ago, would you be speaking about surge protection the way you do now? I would have said, no, you're crazy. But now I'm like the leading representative of surge protectors, it feels like. I've sold like 50,000 surge protectors this year. Why? Because it resonates with every single human who doesn't want to take the risk of the lightning strike or the power surge coming into their house. And I always say this, Michelle, as the snow is falling on power lines, that's when the electricity, it just flickers for a second, right? You see the lights go off and they come right back on. That's actually a power surge into your house when the lights come back on. That's when your little surge protector goes to work automatically, whether you know it or not. It's working in the background. When it does expire after 5 years, or let's just say you take a massive hit of electricity into your house, the little green light that you see there you can even see it on ours as well. There's a little green light right there that will stop working. It will not come on anymore. So if you're ever curious, is my surge protector protecting me?
Yeah.
Look at that green light.
Now you know.
If it's on and illuminated, you're protected.
We are very busy right now. A lot of you grabbing multiples of these. It is a 2-pack. This is the launch of this one-day special. It's called a this day only. So only today are you gonna be able to get the 2-pack of these for $29.99. And let's not forget, the free shipping is another $5.50 savings, and the 5 flex pay, so $6. To get this home for convenience, to not have to search for outlets, to protect your investments, our electronics, when you're charging that iPad or that $1,000 cell phone, the cameras, the earbuds, even things like a humidifier or an air purifier, all of these things cost a lot of our hard-earned money. It does not take a lot when a power surge comes to fry the inside of something like that. I mean, truly. And that's just a fact of life, right? So to think, okay, I'm powering it up, I'm charging my devices, and they're protected at the same time, and it costs less than, say, one of those ugly old power strips that does nothing for you. This is a steal of a deal. It's a totally practical gift idea as well. Anybody, I don't care if they're a student, a professional, or stay-at-home mom, we all need to power our devices, right? And this makes it convenient, easy, beautiful, and it protects your devices at the same time. I love that the USB ports, those are the rapid chargers.
Yeah.
My cell phone, you can charge, you'll be amazed. You don't need the brick, first of all, which they hardly ever include anymore in electronics. So now you can plug directly in, and it's quick. Like, that cell phone goes from 0 to 100 in no time. It's so convenient.
Yeah, I always remember my nieces especially, they're like, my phone charges so slow. I'm like, your phone does not charge
phone, it's
so
the power
slow.
source.
Yeah, it's your power source. What you have it plugged into? Are you using something from Bell & Howell, legacy company? I know I'm a little biased, but when you've been around 116 years and you present in 99 countries, we don't have the luxury of doing it wrong, right? Because we're so public. And so when we put these things out here with the rapid charging, it really resonates with everyone to get that brand name home that you always desire at such a low, low price. We sell each of these for 20 bucks at the checkout counters, and we're sold out of them. So you won't even be able to find them. HSN took the last of the quantity. It's just for today. Okay, just for today. I have no shows after this, but can I show you the installation again? Because I know we're running out of time, and I know it sounds silly.
That's a funny word.
But it's just sort of like, it just hits home that we're not changing the aesthetic of your home. All you're gonna do is take it and plug it into any 3-prong outlet. That outlet down there is still open and available and can be used.
I love that.
There's a docking shelf on top for any phones, any tablets, anything like that. There's your 2 rapid charging USB ports, your 3-prong outlets. And here's what I know though. We talk about regret sometimes, right? When we lose, oh, I regret not having a surge protector when the lightning strike came.
Such an easy thing to do.
Well, the thing is, how does regret work? Well, regret is only things we didn't do, never the things we did do. So don't go to bed tonight and then regret that you didn't buy it, because I studied communications in college along with like interior design and some other things. And it really hit home with me, and I was like, you're right. I only regret the things I never picked up or I never did. You have all the protection in the world built into this small little compact design. And in fact, Julie Truster's coming up next, one of my besties here. She said she puts one in her suitcase tonight because she's staying at a hotel.
Yes, smart.
And so you're able to take this with you as you plug things in at the hotel, because you don't know what their electricity is, right? You don't know what theirs is like.
Imagine giving this to a student who can take it to the library when they're studying. They're charging their phone, they got their laptop plugged in, or you take it to the coffee shop, or you put it in your small home office, right? For me, we work at our kitchen counter. There's only one plug that's under the island. Everybody's trying to use it, but I've got my work computer plugged into that. I've got my laptop, my kid's iPad. You get a power surge all of a sudden and you fry those things, you are not gonna be happy with yourself. So I love this idea that it's something you would use anyway. It makes your life easier anyway, but it also protects those investments. So I'm excited for those of you grabbing it because this is the launch. Look at this, almost 700 sold already. Only for today are you getting 2. These are 20 bucks each at those home stores. They're always up at the checkout counter because they know people will see it and say, you know what, I do need that.
Yep.
You'd be spending $40 to get 2 of these home. 1 for 20 or 2 for 29. I'm taking the this day only deal with free shipping with a $6 flex pay to get home and extended holiday returns.
Absolutely.
Doesn't get better than that.
Thin, compact design that takes up no extra space, matches your outlet already. Not that old power strip looking with the cord and it's all ugly and gross. You try to mop and sweep and move it out of the way. This is where it's at. That LED light will illuminate green very lightly, so you always know you're protected. If you're ever curious, just take a look at that light. It will be black like this. Well, this one's not plugged in. It'll be dark like that if it's ever run out of power, which happens after 5 years. But that legacy company, Bell & Howell, giving you 2 of them tonight for really a great deal that we've never done before, only because we've sort of run out of all of our Black Friday deals up until this point.
Things are going quick. You know, we have, I think, 29 days until Christmas now.
Oh
like,
my
this
gosh,
is
yes.
wild.
Less than a month.
We gotta get going, guys. We gotta be, you know, picking up these practical gifts. I think are gonna be at the top of everybody's list this year. You're spending your hard-earned money. You want it to be on something that will actually get used. They will appreciate you every single time they plug in a device. If the power goes out, you don't have to worry about it because you're protected. And Bell & Howell is a legacy brand that's been around for how many years now?
116.
Come on, there's a lot of reputation that comes with that. I know I've seen these in the home stores.
Yeah.
The big old stores, and they're 20 bucks each.
And they're worth it.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, they are worth it. Yeah.
Oh man, this is such a good deal.
Thanks, everybody.
Congrats, everyone. Thank you, Chad. It was so good to see you, my friend. So you're only back with 2 more presentations on the day.
I have 10 with Alice and then 10 with Adam.
That's it.
Yep.
This disappears. This deal will be gone. So grab yours while you can. Hey, just worth mentioning too, if you're looking to save some extra while you're shopping, apply for that HSN credit card. When you're approved, we're going to give you $40 to put toward any single item purchase you would like. That's a huge savings, and you might want to use it on our brand new, first time ever airing Black Friday deal. Are you guys ready for this?